preseason favorite for the Missouri Valley Conference is part of this game tonight in Peoria, Illinois, but it's the hometown Bradley Braves who have the early season advantage in the conference standings with a 4-0 start. Hi everybody, Ed Hammond along with former Bradley basketball star Chad Klein. It's great to be with you tonight. Both of these teams have a well-balanced attack going into this game, but for the Creighton Bluejays, their leading scorer, Booker Woodfox, is out for injury, so it's other players that Dana Altman has to look for tonight, Chad, and including P. Allen Stinnett.
Yeah, obviously Woodfox is a big blow for Creighton tonight, but don't think that they'll let down at all. P. Allen Stinnett is a very capable scorer. He's a very much a playmaker and very effective for Creighton.
As far as the Bradley Braves are concerned, their well-balanced scoring attack goes right around their leading scorer, Theron Wilson.
Not only our leading scorer, but also our most consistent player. He does so much for us in scoring and rebounding. Also just gets the loose balls and just lights up the crowd with his athleticism.
Bradley got a big win on Tuesday night here on their home floor against their I-74 rival Illinois State. Creighton, they've lost 2 in a row after going 9-0 in December, but only twice in the last 8 seasons has a Creighton losing streak gone to 3 games. It's the first place Bradley Braves against the preseason favorite Creighton Bluejays coming up next from Peoria. And we're getting ready for the start of tonight's game at Carver Arena. The first place Bradley Braves against the Creighton Bluejays. Bluejays 2-2 in the conference season, while the Bradley Braves are 4-0. Starting lineups are just about ready to introduce for the Bradley Braves here. There they are for Creighton. It's going to be Caleb Korver in the lineup in place of their leading scorer, Booker Woodfox, who's out with an injury. He is 17 of 28 from three-point range in his last 10 games. P. Allen Stinnett, also watch for him, has 29 steals, 13 points a game. For the Bradley Braves, they're 5-0 with this starting lineup. Of course, it starts with Theron Wilson, who also leads the team in steals. Chris Roberts has 8 steals and 7 block shots in his last 3 games. The Creighton Bluejays, coached by Dana Altman, he's in his 15th year at Creighton, 294 and 156, has a 377 and 233 career mark. And when we count the 4 years at Kansas State and 1 year at Marshall, he is 5-8 at Carver Arena. Jim Les in his 7th year with the Bradley Braves, 115 and 95. And of course, Jim Les, of course, leading the Bradley Braves a couple of seasons ago to a Sweet 16 finish. Chad, how about the keys to the game tonight?
Well, first of all, Creighton's come into this game and lost 2 in a row, and so they're going to be very hungry. We're top of the league, we're going to be hungry. So it's going to be jump on them early. Don't give Creighton any opportunity to gain confidence. They've obviously lost a little confidence in losing the last 2 games, so don't let them out of that little rut that they're in. Secondly, high energy. Chris Roberts, Edrin McCain, Sam Maniscalco all bring high energy to the floor, and they can't come out flat. That all feeds into that jump on them early theory. Last of all, it all may come down to free throws. Bradley is very good in close games. Creighton, not so much. They've struggled in close games, so it could all come down to free throws, and that we shoot up to 24 free throws a game, and also Creighton is 11th in the nation at 77% as a team. So follow those keys, and we'll see where we go from there.
There you see Jim Les, Bradley's head basketball coach. We mentioned in his 7th year at Bradley, led the Braves to that Sweet 16 finish a couple of 3 seasons ago here for the Bradley Braves. And of course, Dana Altman, as we mentioned, in his 15th year at Creighton. Last 2 games against these 2 teams, there's Dana Altman, have been barn burners. Of course, the regular season finale last year at Creighton, that Creighton won 111 to 110 in double overtime, and then Creighton winning 74-70 in the Missouri Valley Conference postseason tournament last year. Again, for the Creighton Bluejays, you'll see Dustin Carter, P. Allen Stinnett, Josh Dozler, Caleb Korver, and Kenny Lawson Jr. Watch for the Blue Jays to try and establish him early. Edrin McCain, David Collins, Sam Maniscalco, Theron Wilson, and Chris Roberts for the Bradley Braves. Bradley 4-0 in the league, Creighton at 2-2. And as we mentioned at the start, Creighton 2 losses in a row since then they were 9-0 in December.
This truly is a mental toughness game, right? Early in the conference season, what's at stake? Creighton does not want to get down 3 games to the league leader in Bradley. And obviously Bradley has an opportunity to extend its lead over Creighton and also continue to have no losses within the league.
Bradley gets the rock first. Chris Roberts trying to drive to the inside. Bradley's been patient with the shot clock. Also that fine line and not passing up that good shot if you have it. Maniscalco can light it up from the outside. McCain, 10 on the shot clock, now down to 7. McCain drives it down inside and it's knocked away, but 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Nice look in there to Collins, just sipped away from him. Gonna have to get a quick shot with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
McCain. A shot taken at the end of the shot clock by Wilson doesn't go, and Creighton has it for the first time.
Nice screen by Collins and a nice follow by Theron coming in, and an easy or a fairly open shot, and that's all you can expect with 2 seconds on the clock.
Back out to Carter, back out, now stolen away, and a steal for the Bradley Braves and Chris Roberts.
And there's that energy we talk about in Roberts. I mean, that's what he's best at, is creating deflections, steals, blocks. That's what he does.
McCain sets the play. He's guarded by Dotzler, and the first foul of the game is coming up here. It's on Creighton.
No, I think
nope,
they called that on Bradley on a
David
moving
Collins.
screen. Yeah, it's a real fine line. They're trying to get Collins up there to screen McCain, get him a nice penetration to the basket, but he was moving on that screen.
First team foul, and it goes on Bradley, and it's on David Collins.
And here's the guy to watch tonight. Stinnett's going to try and get them off to a fast start. You see there, he drains down the 3. Cannot let him get off.
33% three-point shooter. Wilson over the line, back over to McCain. Now Roberts. Good bounce pass inside. Turnaround jumper for Collins doesn't go. Bradley's had 2 good shots.
And actually, Collins turned the wrong way there. All he had to do was just a simple pound dribble to the basket and just lay it up. He just turned away from the basket instead of going strong to the basket. But a real nice, you'll see it here. He has him sealed, just pound dribble to the basket, instead he falls away. And then you have McCain coming to the basket, as usual, going after loose balls. And you'll see McCain a lot inside going after those loose balls, especially on the defensive end.
Lawson underneath, double team by the Braves and end up forcing the travel.
Good job by Bradley. Lawson's a very effective player inside. He's got good post moves. You do not want to let him get comfortable in there.
We mentioned that Creighton might want to try and go inside to him and establish his play early, but Bradley was able to force the early turnover.
That has been their trend, is they will go to him early to kind of establish that inside-out game.
Roberts, McCain, trying to drive into the lane. Passes the shot, passes over to Roberts. Now McCain will take the 3-pointer. Offensive rebound comes down to Theron Wilson. Bradley gets another shot clock at it. Maniscalco driving, stopped by Carver. Now drives around Carver. Good pass outside to McCain. Over to the 3-point shot for Theron Wilson, the leading scorer, to tie it up.
Very nice job. Good ball movement. Nice swing to Theron Wilson.
Here comes Creighton at the other end. Carter, long to Carver. He doesn't make his first 3-point try, and the ball goes out of bounds to Bradley. Before that shot, all but 2 shots that Carver's taken this year have been 3-point tries, and he took another 3-point try there.
And that's just it. That's all he does. He's a 3-point specialist. You got to close out hard on him and make him put the ball on the floor. Which is the difference between him and Woodfox, in that Woodfox is able to penetrate, get to the basket, or get fouled.
Maniscalco drives, passes back outside. Here's McCain, gets around 1. Good layup to score. Good move by Edwin McCain.
The coaching staff has been so impressed with McCain over the last several games. He's become much more aggressive, much more comfortable in his role as the point guard.
Dotzler inside over to Lawson. Lawson traveled again, did he not? No, we've got a foul.
Theron Wilson, I think.
Wilson on the foul, his first, Bradley second.
I believe Theron was a little late on the rotation down to try and double team, and then just got caught in between.
Kenton Walker from San Diego comes in for Kenny Lawson. Walker, a sophomore, 6'9". Get those big size 18 shoes that he wears. Wow.
Thought my 15s were big.
Creighton on the inbound. Carter, back out to Carver. Now Dotzler has it.
And Bradley goes to a zone here. They do that periodically. Change the tempo of Creighton. Don't let them do what they want to do off the inbounds.
Force him to shoot those outside shots. Dotzler's going to try and move into the lane, and he makes that one.
Passed up an easy 3, but 3-point shots are not his game. Does a nice job taking 2 dribbles to the lane and getting a nice shot inside.
We're tied at 5 with it McCain. Over to Maniscalco. He drives, kicks it back outside. Around the horn to McCain. He'll drive, kick it back outside again. Long shot. Good for Maniscalco for 3.
And that's big. Getting Maniscalco going early is a key. He's not a great shooter, but if he gets going on a streaking, he can really help out the Braves.
How about that ball movement by the Braves?
They're doing a real nice job of breaking down Creighton's defense.
Another foul on the Braves.
And if that's on Wilson, there you go.
That's on Sam Singh, who's in the lineup for Bradley, his first. And the third team foul and an official timeout here with Bradley leading 8-5. You're watching the Bradley Braves against the Creighton Bluejays from Carver Arena in Peoria.
Support for Bradley
Farm is there. How about those Bradley Braves after that win over ISU on Tuesday night, 4-0. Illinois State handing the Redbirds their first loss of the season with a second place tie with Evansville and Drake and Northern Iowa.
Yeah, Bradley's done a very nice job, and the key to this game tonight is protecting the home floor. If they're able to pull out a win against Creighton, they will have won against the top 3 preseason picks in the Valley this year in Creighton, Illinois State, and Southern.
Creighton with the ball after the foul. Carver, another 3 try, and he made that one.
And you got to get out to him quicker than that because you want to make him put it on the floor. As you mentioned earlier, he's only taken 2 shots besides 3-point field goals this year, so you want to force him to put it on the floor.
Maniscalco, Sam Singh with that mask. He suffered a broken nose December 14th, missed 2 games after that. Since he's been back, he's averaging 7 points, 4 boards, 2 steals, and a block. He had 2 big blocks against Illinois State.
I got to tell you, I think he looks a little better in it, personally.
I know he doesn't like wearing it.
I think he's made that very animately known.
Got the first foul on Creighton. This one's going to be on Casey Harriman, his first.
And this is something that the players are going to have to adjust to. That's 2 moving screens already early in the game. You'll see it here in just a second. You know, he's trying to set the screen. He's moving a little bit. Refs just aren't going to let him get away with any of that tonight. You got to be completely still.
Stutter stepped it over to the left. Bradley Doty Dunson in the lineup out of Bloomington, Illinois, nearby. Played against the arch rival in Illinois State in his hometown. Turnaround on the offensive rebound by Roberts, and that didn't go. Bradley's missed some good shots early tonight, Chad.
That's okay. It's a good aggressive move by Roberts. That's what he does well, get him going to the basket. The one thing that he also showed there is he needs to slow down a little bit, gather himself, and go up strong the second time on the rebound. Stinnett
will miss. Rebound battled around, and now we're going to have a foul on Creighton. This one's going to be on Kenton Walker, who's in the lineup, a sophomore out of San Diego. The second foul on Creighton. Here comes Cavell Witter out of Kansas City, Missouri, number 3. He's a junior. 42 points against the Bradley Braves in that finale that went into double overtime last year. That was the most points in one game by any sophomore in the nation, his 42 points.
He absolutely just wreaked havoc against Bradley last year, and you'll see it tonight. They'll literally set high ball screens for him back and forth until he can beat his man for penetration and just create problems and rotations for Bradley on defense.
Arian Norris, Bradley's number 3, gives to Doty Dunson, who drives, but I think he stepped on the line. Turnover gives the ball back to Creighton. Early tie here. I've got the chess game going early, don't we?
Yeah, it's definitely something that it's going to be a mental toughness game. Who's going to break first? Who's going to be the strongest will coming out of this?
Harriman over to Justin Carter. Carter's going to drive. Good block by Bradley. Loose ball picked up by Carter again. Put it on the floor. That's a mistake. Tied up by the Braves. We're going to have a jump ball, and Bradley gets it back.
I'll tell you what, Carter's tenacious. I mean, he went after that ball, and you know, thankfully Roberts and Wilson were just as active as he was on that play.
But he put the ball on the floor.
Yeah, you never want to do that. He is a guard, but inside there's just too many hands in there that can slap it away. You never want to put it on the floor that close to the basket.
Maniscalco against Witter. Leaves it now for Doty Dunson. And a whistle away from the play.
And there it is again. Bradley has got to adjust to this. There's been 2 fouls called, 1 each way, and now you get another one there on Wilson. That's a key foul. That's his second. With 14 minutes to go, he's going to have to sit a while, maybe for the rest of the half.
And it brings in Taylor Brown. What a 5-minute stretch he had against Illinois State on Tuesday. 4 points, 4 rebounds, and a block shot. Was really a spark plug off the bench in the first half of that game.
Has done really well. He's earning more and more minutes as we go. You watch him in practice, he's got a lot of upside in that he can shoot, he can penetrate, and he's very athletic, much like Theron Wilson.
Comes back outside, long shot for Antoine Young, and he gets a 3.
Does a nice job behind Doetzler, coming in and obviously has the 3-point range.
Singh leaves it for Norris rather. Darian Norris over to Maniscalco. He's got 1 3 tonight and missed that one as it goes over the board.
Looks like he might have gotten slapped in the eye there by maybe Carter going by.
3 for 4 from 3-point range for the Creighton Bluejays early.
And that's what that's a big part of their offense. They like to shoot the threes, and that's where Bradley's got to jump out, get the hands up, and make them put it on the floor.
39% three-point shooter for the year, Creighton is.
Well, and also it's not just their guards. Their big men can shoot it too. Harriman is not afraid to put it up.
Carter. Guarded first by Dunson. Now picked up by Taylor Brown. Carter leaves it now on the right side, Antoine Young. Young will stop with 3 on the shot clock. No. Rebound Harriman. Now it's tapped away from him and stolen away by the Braves. Good play by Taylor Brown.
Yeah, and that's just it. He has very long arms and is able to take the ball away from Creighton. And there's Maniscalco with a nice play on the other end.
Defense one side, offense on the other. Bradley down by 1.
And one thing I noticed in the Illinois State game is that Creighton does have trouble with their big men getting back on defense at times, so we might be able to run against them. And there's another one, and this is what I was just talking about. Both teams have got to adjust to this. That's 4 moving screens that have been called, and we're only 8 minutes into the game.
2 fouls on Kenton Walker. 3rd team foul on Creighton. Chad Millard comes into the game. Pielen Stinnett comes back in for Creighton. I think Lawson came back in as well, didn't he?
He did. And the key with the screens is it's not the screener's responsibility to get the dribbler or the cutter open. It's the responsibility of the cutter or the dribbler to set up the screen. He shouldn't have to move anyway.
Norris, Edrin McCain. 18 on the shot clock. McCain, Norris. Bounce pass Dunson, back to Norris. Good ball movement by Bradley tonight. Here comes McCain, and he's fouled as he goes in toward the basket.
Good aggressive move. It's going to be difficult for Bradley to get much inside, especially from our guards. With Lawson in there, he's a big physical post presence. But McCain is equally physical as a guard. Takes it in strong, catches Stinnett moving. Lawson stops the 3-point play.
First foul on Stinnett. Bradley will shoot 2 when we come back. You're watching Bradley against Creighton from Carver Arena in Peoria.
As a SEFCU member, you're making a difference. Because your money stays right here, helping your neighbors and supporting your community.
Taylor Brown did a great job of getting a rebound on the other end. Maniscalco makes him pay on the other end. As I said, Creighton's big men have trouble getting back on defense. I noticed that in the Illinois State game. And Bradley has an opportunity, if they want, to take advantage of that and be able to get into that lane to finish.
Bradley 4 of 11 so far, 2 for 5 from 3-point range. Creighton is 4 for 8, 3 for 4 from the stripe. 6-5, Creighton leads on the rebounding edge so far. And Edrin McCain will be at the free throw line for Bradley. He's shooting 64% from the line. Bradley as a team averages 70%. You think that's good until you see Creighton at 77.
It really is. Both teams, Bradley obviously gets to the line early in the season. They were struggling. Now, since they've been in conference, they're shooting 83%. So not only are they getting there, but they're making the other team pay for it.
McCain makes 1 of 2. And we're tied up again here at Carver Arena in Peoria. Antoine Young across, guarded by Norris. Millard had it. Now to Stinnett. He's going to drive and didn't get a good shot into the way. Good defense by Bradley. Offensive board by Lawson, and he's fouled.
And that's where Stinnett's so dangerous. He drained the 3 early, and if he gets both the shooting game and also the penetration game going, it's going to be a problem for Bradley all evening. He takes it hard to the hole, doesn't finish, but Lawson's there to clean up the boards and then have no choice but to foul.
Boy, McCain stopped it dead in his tracks, too.
Sure did.
2 free throws coming up for Lawson. He's averaging 74%. Made the first one.
Now, one thing that may hurt the Creighton tonight is obviously they're without their leading point getter in Booker Woodfox. He was a 92% free throw shooter until the other night when he missed 2 free throws to snap a 36 free throw streak.
And Woodfox, if you tuned in late, is not playing tonight for Creighton, out with an injury, an ankle. McCain, he'll drive against Witter. And a block by Lawson, but Bradley gets it back.
And that's what I was talking about. It's going to be difficult for the Bradley guards to finish in there because Lawson's just in there to clean up.
Lawson's 28th block of the year. He leads the league in block shots.
The 2 leading shot blockers tonight, both in Collins and in Lawson.
Here's Norris, 5 on the shot clock, drives, blocked again by Lawson, and he came up with the board, the rebound. Stinnett's going to stop. Just inside the 3-point range, but can't get it. Edrin McCain has it back for Bradley.
And that's something there Bradley may have to adjust a little bit. They're being very aggressive. And there it is. There's another moving screen.
Just a little bit of a bump. Just sticking out the elbow a little bit by Witter. And Witter gets the foul. That's the 15th foul on Creighton. Watch, it's just a little bit of a nudge.
I thought, and I think also Sam Singh thought that was another moving screen there.
Five team fouls apiece. Bradley went the whole first half against Illinois State Tuesday night with only 1 foul.
And that's just kind of the intensity of the game. I mean, both teams want this game. Creighton is hungry for it. Bradley's hungry for it because they want to get Creighton buried in the conference standings. So both are going to come out aggressive.
And stepping on the line again, another Bradley turnover. That's the 4th for Bradley.
And actually, surprisingly, Creighton has 5 already. They don't turn over the ball a lot, but so far they have 5, and we're 11 minutes left in the first half.
Creighton averages 13 a game. Turnovers, Bradley 16. Doetzler. Now for Antoine Young.
And this is a little different lineup for Creighton.
Yeah.
I don't think they've played this lineup very much. Obviously, the absence of Woodfox having to change the rotation a little bit.
Millard. Now it's Creighton using up a little bit of the shot clock here. Now Doetzler drives, lost control of the ball, but it was tapped out by Bradley.
And Doetzler is the one that you can slide under on those ball screens. He's not a 3-point threat. He will shoot it very rarely, actually maybe once or twice all season, and he's more of a penetrator.
Carver tries to go inside. Lawson with a shot good over Sam Singh.
And there's Lawson, a little slow on the rotation to get the double team, and he's going to hurt you if you leave him one-on-one.
Roberts inside Singh. He'll go toward the basket. Fouled from behind as he put the shot up. The foul's going to be on Chad Millard. That's his first. And the 16th foul on Creighton, and Singh will be at the line. He is a 73% free throw shooter.
Lawson was late getting back on the defense, and Singh took advantage, went up against, and Millar had to foul him from behind.
Corver tried to clean up on it, and then Singh fouled from behind, as you mentioned. Sam with the free throw that's good.
The one adjustment that Bradley's going to have to make is obviously Lawson showing his shot blocking ability already tonight. With the penetration, they're going to have to look more to dish off, especially to whatever man that Lawson's defending.
Singh will make 1 of 2. Creighton up by 3. We're halfway through the first half in Peoria. Young. Fake move, now gets it back over to Millard. Back to Doetzler. Bounce pass inside to Lawson. Trying to pass it back out, now backs up against Singh.
That's just
Nice
too
move.
easy. That's just too easy. I mean, he's too good of an inside player to not either double down or run someone at him from outside one of the guards.
Theron Wilson's going to check back in for Bradley. McCain almost lost his footing. Now the ball tapped out of bounds. It's going to be Bradley's ball off Doetzler. Wilson comes back in for Bradley, replacing Taylor Brown. And Justin Carter, the junior out of Gaithersburg, Maryland, comes back in for Creighton, replacing Lawson.
And you'll see this a lot. Creighton plays a lot of players. No one averages more than 25 minutes a game. They play a 10-man rotation. You'll see a lot of in and out from Creighton.
Sam Maniscalco calling out a play as soon as he gets the inbounds play. Oh, here comes Sam Singh. Oh, and a block from behind that time. by Millard. Wow.
Wow.
Boy, all the fouls we've had, they let some go there, didn't they? Comes Carver. Now on the outside, Antoine Young with a 3 try that's good.
And there it is again. I mean, good penetration by Carver, but you cannot leave their guards open.
Bradley calls a timeout. Antoine Young 0 for 11 from 3-point range before that shot.
Yeah, and that's big for them. And if he's able to get it going, that's an unexpected X factor that'll work against Bradley.
Taylor Brown's going to check back in for the Bradley Braves during the timeout. A 6'6" freshman out of Dunwoody, Georgia. His father Ricky played for Golden State in Atlanta in the NBA. And Witter's going to come back in, Cavell Witter for Creighton.
Well, and so far, you know, we talked about it, the keys to the game, jump on them early. Bradley has not done that. Creighton's got off to a quick start here. And Bradley's got to come back now, reset themselves and go. Here it is, Creighton. I don't know what to say about that.
I don't know.
That's a really nice play there by Millard.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, yeah. It was beat on the play, didn't give up, and came back with the block.
All right, Bradley's ball with 8:58 left. Largest lead of the night for anybody, Creighton's advantage.
Creighton gave a little token pressure that time. They don't do anything special on defense, but they're pesky. They're annoying. They just force you to turn the ball over because they're forcing you out of things that you want to do.
And Escalco leaves it for Edrin McCain. Stops, good pass inside over to
That's just
Theron
what we're
Wilson.
talking about. He adjusted. He was looking for the shot block. Instead, he drops it off to Theron Wilson, makes a nice finish.
How about that? McCain with that hook pass, he wasn't even looking toward Wilson when he went for it.
Well, whenever you have a shot blocker, they're always kind of spying the penetrator, and whenever you do that, whoever he's guarding can slip to the basket for easy opportunities.
Carver kicks it back outside to Dotzler. He's trying to get Carter underneath. Dotzler stops, 5 on their shot clock. With it now is Millard. Back outside, long shot for a 3 doesn't go by Witter, and Bradley with a rebound.
Under control, Wilson's a little out of control,
Yeah.
gave it up, good job there.
McCain, Bradley settles it down a little bit now. Roberts, stutter stepped and traveled with the ball.
You know, he's a really good player. He just has to slow down a little bit on offense. He just gets going a little too fast. You know, make a nice move there, but he's just a little too fast. Slow down a little bit to get that penetration started.
Turnover number 5 on Bradley. You're watching Bradley against Creighton from Carver Arena in Peoria.
We believe there is something to be said for life.
Creighton 39-37, but Creighton has won 14 of the last 17 meetings between the two clubs, and the series is tied at 34 apiece since Creighton joined the Missouri Valley Conference.
Yeah,
how about a rivalry here, huh?
Creighton has really had our number as of late. You mentioned it there already, and they just have a style of play that is just, they're always at the top of the league. I believe they've been first or second in the Valley 8 of the last 11 seasons. I mean, that's just very consistent play by the Creighton Bluejays. They're always there. They're always a solid team, and they've just given us fits over the last several years.
And it goes a lot to their coach, Dana Altman, too.
And that's just it. You know, he's able to, wherever he's gone, he's won.
Here comes Creighton with a 6-point lead. Dotzler. Lawson wants it underneath. Now they get it to him. Sam Singh came in during the timeout.
Well, that's a good job of double teaming him there, making get it outside.
Witter back outside to Stinnett. Back to Witter, and he traveled with the ball.
Maniscalco did a nice job there of jumping out to the wing, made Witter just rethink his idea of passing the wing and traveled on his penetration.
6 turnovers on Creighton, 5 for Bradley. Creighton has 8 points off of Bradley turnovers tonight. A little bit more than the margin of the lead right now.
And we already see it already. Creighton 4 for 6 from 3-point land, almost 67%. That's something that needs to be cleaned up.
And alley-oop and a slam jam for Maniscalco to Chris Roberts. That should get everybody fired up.
Nice set there by Bradley, getting the crowd into this game.
crowd wanted something to yell about here for the last 10
And I think
minutes.
it was necessary. I think Coach Les noticed that we were a little flat. Get the crowd into it. You make a strong basket to get yourself fired up.
Bradley had a crowd of 11,592 for the game with Illinois State, and they're not going to be far from it tonight. Stinnett with a long shot that doesn't go. Bradley trying for the offensive board, but Lawson is there to get it and put it back.
Yeah, kind of a sloppy rebounding play there, but, you know, Theron Wilson did the right thing. Didn't foul him. Don't want to get Theron Wilson that second foul.
Edrin McCain. Roberts. Trying to get it back to McCain again. He'll drive. Stops in front of Lawson. Kicks it back out. Good pass over to Roberts. Back out to Maniscalco. Theron Wilson. Back Maniscalco. Roberts again. Roberts. Or rather, Wilson with it, and it's got knocked out of bounds.
You know, very good ball movement there by the Bradley Braves and finished off very nicely. Roberts, a no-look pass into Wilson, and he gets fouled. And Wilson has made a living at the free throw line so far this year. He's already been there 115 times.
Leads the league.
Shoots 72%.
29 of 35 at the line in Valley games this year. And he doesn't make it. Mr. Third is talking about it. As
Always a
usually
jinx.
happens, doesn't it?
Always a jinx.
You can blame it on me. Wilson's second try is good. Bradley down by 5. Creighton trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. We mentioned at the open, only twice in the last 8 seasons has a Creighton losing streak gone to 3 games. Antoine Young, Witter.
And there it is again.
Wow.
You know, you got to jump out to those shooters, make them put it on the floor.
He knows how to put it in a basket against Bradley,
Well,
doesn't he?
we talked about it, 42 points at Creighton last year, and he's going to see more time tonight with the absence of Woodfox, obviously.
Theron Wilson with a long try that's out of bounds off Singh trying to get the rebound, and Creighton gets it back. Harriman, who's back in. Casey Harriman from Ida Grove, Iowa. Young to Stinnett. Bradley and a man.
Bradley extending their defense a little bit more, trying to keep them from the three-point shot, make them penetrate.
Stinnett looking to pass, 10 on the shot clock. Young. Cross courts it. Witter inside the 3-point range. Now comes in front of the basket. Turnaround move. Wow, what a play. Right at
really
the
good
shot clock.
Pretty good defense there by Wilson, forcing him into a difficult shot and just made it.
Roberts back out to McCain. Bradley gets it back. Creighton has its largest lead of the night. Dodie Dunson's going to check in for Bradley. Theron Wilson. Roberts now goes back around. Here's Maniscalco with a 3 try. Good.
And again, another nice 3 there. It's a real fine line for Maniscalco. There's some times where he shoots the ball on the way down, and he's oftentimes short. Right now, he's shooting it right at the top of his jump shot.
31% 3-point shooter coming in, Sam is. Got a couple of them tonight. Witter. Oh, here goes a 3 try for him. Oh, he didn't get it that time. Singh taps the rebound over to Collins, and Wilson. Bradley gets it back.
Yeah, nice play there by Singh. And that's what he does. He's not gonna wow you with his stats or anything like that, but he just makes plays.
Theron Wilson around Harriman. Now drives toward the basket, kicks it back outside. Stolen away momentarily by Young, who wasn't even looking for it. Now it goes off Maniscalco, and Creighton will get it back.
Very fortunate on the original. Wilson made a very lazy pass, and then Maniscalco just loses it out of bounds.
An official timeout with Creighton leading by 7 in Peoria. You're watching Bradley against Creighton from Carver Arena in Peoria. % from the floor early in this game, Chad. To Bradley's only 39%.
Yeah, Bradley's struggling with their shot selection. Creighton's doing a nice job of blocking their shots whenever they get inside the lane. The key area there is the 3-point shooting by Creighton. You know, 55%. It's just something we've got to stop. We've got to force them to put the ball on the floor. I can't say it enough.
10 for 19 from the floor for Creighton, 5 for 9 from 3-point range. Bradley 7 of 18, 3 for 7 from threes. Creighton still with the rebounding edge at 12-9. Each team with 6 assists and 6 turnovers here in the first half so far, with 3:43 left. Creighton's largest lead tonight was 10. That was before Maniscalco's three-pointer, which was Bradley's last basket. P. Allen Stinnett misses. Harriman is there with an offensive board.
That's okay. Roberts left his feet, but forced an awkward shot there by Stinnett. Just got to get the rebound after that shot.
Young. Now to Carver. Stinnett goes inside, or Kenton Walker came in during the timeout. Bradley gets a steal. And for the Braves, their 3rd steal of the night.
Anytime a big man starts pounding the ball, you always worry as a coach. It's not what you want to do. You want to either make one strong dribble and shoot, or pass it right back out.
Millard's going to check back in for Creighton. Theron Wilson with a shot that's short, and is an air ball and goes out of bounds.
Walker affected that shot. Obviously, Theron a little short.
Some good scouting by both of these teams. You've seen both players both teams with some key players have had to adjust their shots because of the defense in front of them.
Absolutely. You know, Bradley is one of the top in the league as far as field goal percentage defense. Right now they're struggling a little bit, but it's not because of activity or preparation.
And Creighton's going to have the ball turn over now, as Stinnett couldn't get a hold of that pass.
And that's one of those turnovers that drive coaches mad. Just a lazy pass and right into the stands.
Maniscalco short of the line. Leaves it now for Dodie Dunson. Dunson, we mentioned out of Bloomington, Illinois. Maniscalco. Dad Carl played at Bradley.
Talk about Dunson. He started the year as a starter, and now he's coming off the bench. Has been more effective that way.
Good pass inside from Singh. Now goes back out to him again. 9 on the shot clock. Maniscalco passes his shot over to Roberts. Roberts with 4 on the shot clock from the free throw line, doesn't go.
Tell you what, Millard's really long. He's not real physical, but he's long and makes it difficult to shoot over.
Carver, a little out of control, but now passes over. Long shot for Harriman, doesn't go, and Singh has the rebound.
And there it is. There's the big men taking the three-point shot. All of them can shoot it except for Lawson and Walker.
Bradley trying to make a late run at it here. Maniscalco with another 3.
You know, he's not a great shooter by any stretch of the imagination, but like I said, he just makes plays. You know, he stepped up and made 3 three-pointers early in this game.
3 for 4 from three-point range. Creighton calls a timeout here. We'll leave it here with 1:39 left in the first half, and only a 4-point lead after Creighton had its largest lead earlier of 27-17.
Yeah, Bradley does a nice job. You know, Coach Les is known for his adjustments and timeout. You know, here comes Maniscalco off a nice handoff and a screen. Stinnett does not get back, and just a nice smooth stroke from Maniscalco.
Millard tried to get that long arm in front of him, but got there just a little too late. Maniscalco was able to shoot it in. Game's living up to its billing so far.
It really is, you know, and I don't know what the expectations were coming into this game, but you know, in my mind, there was no doubt this would, you know, even 7-10 points that early in the game does not concern me. Both these teams want this game and are going to fight their hearts out all the way to the end.
You know, we mentioned about Bradley having 5 fouls earlier, and they had 1 in the first half. They haven't had a foul for a while, now that I've said that.
Just cleaned it up on the defensive end, but have not lowered the notch on the energy level whatsoever.
Stopping into the lane. Stinnett can't get a shot in the way. Good defense by Bradley.
And there's the shot blocker, Sam Singh, as of late. You know, had 2 big blocks against Illinois State and a nice block there.
Maniscalco, he's been the spark plug tonight with a couple of threes. Cross court, almost over the head, but good save, and a foul on Creighton. It's going to be on P. Allen Stinnett.
I don't think people understand how athletic a play that was.
Wow.
He pulled that in with, didn't even pull it in.
He just
got it in his hand and pushed it over.
Wow.
Great play by Norris.
Norris skied on that one, 5'11", but he got up there like a 7-footer on that play.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was watching him in practice. He has some ups. He can get off the floor.
There.
Yeah. But what's difficult there is he did it from a standing stop. He didn't get any type of start towards it at all.
That ball was headed for the 4th row behind the Creighton bench. Dodie Dunson will shoot. In and out. Bradley Needs to improve on their free throw shooting so far tonight too. Now 3 for 7.
And I believe that if they shoot less than 70%, we're only 2 and 5. So that's something that needs to be cleaned up.
Ball is tied up. It'll be Creighton's ball on the alternating possession with their 4-point lead and exactly a minute to go.
You know, it's a difference in style here. You see Creighton obviously protecting the lane with the shot blocking ability, and you see Bradley just getting out after it on the guards against Creighton and making them really work for everything.
Good double teaming, triple teaming by Bradley that time, and they get back on defense again.
And here's the ball screen.
Here comes Witter, and it tapped away. Good play by Norris as he has the ball back now after the Bradley pass. Norris with 2 great big plays here in the last few seconds.
Yeah, nice job again there by Norris. Didn't have the numbers, pull it out, set up the offense, and make a good shot.
Maniscalco, 23 on the shot clock, 30 seconds left in the half. Maniscalco, he's 3 for 4 from 3-point range. Now kicks it back outside. Long shot for Bradley and a 3. That one by Dodie Dunson to pull Bradley by 1.
Dunson is really good. If you leave him open and give him time to shoot, he will knock that shot down.
A 9-0 run for the Braves and a foul on the other end. This one's going to be on Darian Norris as he tried to defend back.
And that's a freshman mistake there. You know, you can't give, I mean, you want to force penetration, but you still don't want to give an open lane to the basket like that. Make your closeout under control.
Only the 6th team foul on Bradley, so no free throws here. Creighton on the inbound. Shot clock is off with 10 seconds left.
And just don't give up a 3. You want to finish strong, play a good defensive set here. And don't foul.
Here comes Witter. Watch out for him. Behind the back dribble. Moves in. Guarded by Singh. Singh got a block. Rebound is no good. Bradley with a board at the end of the half. And down by 1. And that put the crowd into the game as that long shot doesn't go off the rim. But Bradley with a 9-0 run at the end of the first half to pull within 1.
And that's huge. You know, you always want to finish strong the last 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever it is, but to go have momentum going into halftime.
Bradley was down by Creighton. Creighton had their largest lead of the night of 27-17, but Creighton now only leads by 1 at the half in Peoria. You're watching the Bradley Braves against the Creighton Bluejays from Carver Arena in Peoria.
Let's get Así es que me gusta, ya tú sabes. Échale candela. Let's get loud. 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 Turn the music up to hear that sound. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Ain't nobody gotta tell you what you gotta do. You didn't know I could do that, did you?
We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the NBC shuffle.
My name is Wilson, some call me T. I could dunk in your face or shoot the three. I love to play above the rim. Look at my body, fit and trim. It's my last shot, my senior year. Come out to Carver and create some atmosphere. We're gonna be down, playing some D, and we're out to win the MVC.
My name is Dodie. My game you like. I saw VU. I told State to take a hike. I'll put up a three or take you off the drive. It's going to be tough for opponents to survive. We focus on defense. We all agree. We're out to win the MVC.
I'm Big Sam, and I'm glad to be here again, a Brave for my 16th year. I've seen it all since on the scene, winning at Redbird in the Sweet 16. I've been known to deliver a lick when a defender meets my high post pick. My smile's in great shape, and so is the knee, doing my part to win the MVC.
We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the NBC shuffle.
My name is Sammy, I'm the point. My play has them standing all over the joint. I love to dive and dish the pass, giving our engine that extra gas. They say I play like our coach Les. No offense, but I kick his Get behind us and you will see we are out to win the MVC.
I'm Will from the 49th state. My second year is gonna be great. I'm the oop to the past man's alley. Chalk up 2 for the BU tally. Inside, outside, I'm a threat. It's worth the work, it's worth the sweat. I'm going to rebound and play tough D. On our way to win the MVC.
The Prez, they call me Mighty Mouse. Meet me at Carver and we'll rock that house with courage, strength, and brains. I decree we're out to win the MVC.
I'm 7 foot tall and I'm DC, the red and white weapon, big as a tree. The women think I'm quite a hunk. When I raise the roof with my thunderous dunk, I can run the floor and block shots too. Patrolling the paint is what I do. When you watch us, you'll agree we're out to win the MVC.
I'm a new guard from the land of dice. Guard me close and you'll pay the price. Watch me shift all my gears. I'll drop the hanky and dry their tears. I'll shoot the rock right in your face. When I'm D'ing you up, you get no space. Look at your program, I'm number 3, and I'm gonna help us win the MVC.
We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the NBC shuffle.
I'm the other McCain in your ballot box. Quick as a cat, hard as a rock. I'm occasion, I like it hot. I got a D up to earn my spot. The fellas and I all agree, watch us win the MVC.
My name is Chris, and I'm from Texas. My game is fast like a shiny new Lexus. Going to the hole, I'm not that shy. I wear 23, so watch me fly. Playing fast, going up and down. I came here to excite the town. The doubters can doubt, but they will see that Bradley will win the MVC.
You know me as Drew, and I wear 24. I can really defend as well as score. You like our style, you'll love this team. Getting back to the tournament has been my dream. I left the Hoosier State to become a Brave. Winning a championship is what I crave. We have great chemistry, it's all about we. We are out to win the MVC.
I gained 39 pounds, they still call me Sticks. That's okay, cause I still have quits. Last year I had to watch and learn. This year I'm bloated with energy to burn. I can run the floor and block shots too. Help winning games is what I'm gonna do. So get your tickets if you like what you see. We're out to win the MVC.
My name is Taylor. What can Brown do for you? I like to board and play D2. Coach carving peaches cause where I reside. Our relentless pressure is gonna make you high. Work ethic, focus, and great chemistry. They're all traced to win the MVC.
We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the MVC shuffle. We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the MVC shuffle. We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the MVC shuffle. We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the MVC shuffle. We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the MVC shuffle. We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the MVC shuffle. We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven. We're not here to start no trouble, we're just here to do the MVC shuffle. We are the Braves, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We think hoops 24/7, that's why this is basketball heaven.
With a 9-0 run at the end of the first half to almost erase the Blue Jays' largest lead of the night of 10 points, but the Bradley Braves trailed the Creighton Bluejays by 1 going into the second half here tonight at Carver Arena in Peoria.
Yeah, Bradley really struggled most of the first half, and you'll see here some of the replays. Edwin McCain talked about the shot blocking capability of the Blue Jays, takes it in, drops it off, catches Millard sleeping. Nice easy basket there for Theron Wilson. Then coming up here, Maniscalco with the ball. Nice back screen by Basing. Lob. Roberts does what he does best, using his athleticism and a nice slam dunk. Get out of my house. Now here's Witter for Creighton. Makes a really nice move. Gets Theron Wilson back on his heels. Makes a nice turnaround jumper. A difficult shot. And here's the thing that Bradley's got to stop. The three-point shot. Young hits the shot here, but Creighton's shooting 50% from three. That's what they do. That's what they like to do. Bradley's got to make them penetrate.
On the clock, put a couple minutes on. One of the referees has got an Achilles problem. They taped it, so he gives us a couple extra minutes. Okay, I'll tell these guys.
The ref has just told us that they're going to put a couple minutes on the clock. One of the officials has an Achilles problem they're going to have to deal with. But here, Bradley does a nice job. Nice kick to Doty Dunson. Give him some time. Maniscalco gives him a nice, good pass. Three-point shot. And Bradley really picked up the three-point shooting at the end of the first half for 56% from three-point range.
So the stats in the first half for the Bradley Braves and the Creighton Bluejays. The Creighton leading 27-26. We get ready to start the second half of play. Creighton shooting 10 for 23 from the floor, while Bradley shooting 9 of 22. Three-point range, Creighton is 5 of 10. Bradley 5 of 9. You see, Creighton holds the edge on the rebounds at 16-12. 9 turnovers on the first half for the Creighton Bluejays and only 6 for the Bradley Braves. The free throw percentage, Creighton 2 for 2 and Bradley 3 for 7 in the first half.
Yeah, Bradley's gotten to the line, not a lot, but they really need to sink those free throws when they get the opportunity. And also, as we mentioned, three-point shooting has become a big factor in this game. Obviously, we want to continue it. Maniscalco's been a big portion of that with his 4 for 5 shooting from 3. I'm sorry, 3 for 4 shooting from 3. But we got to defend it better.
Hall of Fame night and Hall of Fame weekend here at Bradley in Peoria. The Bradley Braves inducting some one team and 3 athletes into its Hall of Fame. Adebayo Akinkole, who was the 1998 Defensive Player of the Year in the Valley, had 1,033 career points and second in school history with 154 career block shots. From cross country and track, Debnesia Ojar was inducted tonight and recognized tonight. First all Missouri Valley Conference performer in Bradley women's cross country history. Jenny Pavlis Gross for volleyball, a 4-time All-Valley selection, twice set the school single season record for kills, and the first player in program history with 1,000 career kills. And the team inducted, the Hersey Hawkins-led 1988-87 men's basketball team, 26-5 overall, 12-2 in the Valley. Regular season and postseason tournament champion, averaged a school record 93 points a game, and set a single game school scoring record with a 139-119 win over Cal Irvine.
Yeah, that was a very powerful team back in that day, obviously with Hersey Hawkins on it, and some of the supporting cast did a great job in representing Bradley University. And obviously Bayo from my era,
yeah,
glad to see him go in, always glad to see a fellow teammate go in.
So getting ready to start the game tonight, or start the second half. Bradley will start the second half with the ball and a chance to take an early lead here in the second half and keep their run going here of 9-0.
Equally important of the last 5 minutes of the first half. You want to start out strong in the first 5 minutes of the second half and impose your will. And unfortunately, that's not the way you want to start with a travel there.
Nope, not with the 7th turnover of the night for Bradley on the shuttle step by Sam Maniscalco. So Creighton gets the ball for the first time in the second half.
Yeah, the refs are calling some of the fundamental things really close tonight. They've called some of the moving screens, and they're really calling people for picking up their feet.
2 referees are out here. We mentioned that we were told that one has an Achilles problem. They were taping it up. Oh no, there he is. They're all out there.
Yeah, he got the problem taken care of.
Stinnett will drive and miss it. Looked like he didn't know whether he wanted to lay it up or slam it in.
I think he just lost control of the ball at the last second, and Bradley very fortunate there because he had a wide open lane to the basket.
McCain looking for Wilson, almost stolen away. Wilson stepped behind the line, but the referee says it was deflected.
Right now, Bradley's a little sloppy. Just needs to settle down a little bit, get things under control, and clean things up.
Edgar McCain with a good
Nice job.
recovered his footing enough to get the layup. Looked like he lost control of his steps for a minute and then got it back.
He did, but you know, he has that capability. You know, he does a very nice job. He's a physical guard. He will go inside and get in there with the big boys.
And good slap by David Collins to get the ball away from Lawson, and Bradley gets it back. They're on an 11-0 run, the Braves are. And the ball deflected out of bounds. Bradley will keep it.
Bradley's got to be careful. They're leaving their feet some when they're passing the ball, and you never want to get caught in the air when you're trying to pass. You want to have some place in mind to go before you ever leave your feet.
Creighton led by 10 with 4:46 to go, and there's a slam at the other end for Bradley.
And that's the second time they've run that play. They ran that in the first half with 2 seconds on the shot clock. It's just a simple pick by Collins to clear a lane for Wilson and a slam dunk.
Creighton has not scored since the 4:46 mark of the first half. Bradley has scored 13 straight. Now Creighton's going to slow it down just a bit.
Well, and always whenever you're hyped up, you extend the defense a little bit. You play a little bit tougher on defense, and that is what you cannot have happen. I mean, that's all he is wanting to do. He wants to shoot the three, make him put it on the floor, Carver especially.
Carver was open that time for his three-point basket. Now they put some pressure on Bradley, and Bradley's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, Bradley caught a little bit there. Weren't expecting the pressure, didn't have help. McCain had no help on the floor, made the smart move and called a timeout. Here's the screen. Yep. Collins clears the lane. And, what do you say?
How about that? That's one way to finish, huh?
That is what I call a nice, strong statement for the second half.
Kenton Walker comes back in for Creighton during the timeout. Creighton's next game will be at home against Southern Illinois on Wednesday, and then they'll hit the road for games at Wichita and Evansville. The Bradley Braves' next game will be Tuesday night at Indiana State, and that'll start a 3-game road swing that will also include Southern Illinois and Northern Iowa.
Yeah, tough road schedule. That's why it's so important to get this win tonight. Is you want to protect your home court in the Valley, because road wins are always hard to come by. No matter it's top of the league, bottom of the league, whenever you go on the road, it's always difficult to get a win when you're away from your crowd.
Yep, you always want to hold serve at home, and it's certainly what Bradley's been able to do, especially at that home win against Illinois State to hand the Redbirds their first loss of the year.
And as I mentioned earlier, you know, if you get the win tonight, you not only beat Creighton, who is preseason #1, you've already beaten Illinois State, who was #3 preseason, and you obviously got the win against Southern, who was picked #2, who's been struggling early. So obviously big steps being made if Bradley can come away with a win here tonight, and getting out the top of the league early in the conference schedule and protecting your home court.
Bradley tied with Creighton now. That three-point basket by Carver, breaking a long drought for the Creighton Bluejays, which started from the 4:46 mark of the first half, and saw Bradley score 13 straight points to match their largest lead of the night of 3 before Creighton was able to tie it back up.
Yeah, Bradley's done a nice job of keeping their energy level up. You know, like we mentioned at the beginning of the half, they went on the long run, and they did that with just their energy and forcing turnovers and making shots. Here in the second half, they're doing the same thing. Unfortunately, you let Carver get a 3-point shot there on that last possession to kind of slow down that momentum a little bit. Now you just need something to get the crowd back into it.
Whatever Dana Altman had to say, it didn't take him long to say it. The team's been out there ready for this timeout to be over for a while.
He knows just as important as we do. The first 5 minutes is so important. He was not real happy with how his team came out.
Bradley's ball. Edrin McCain, guarded by Stinnett. Maniscalco to Roberts. Lost the handle momentarily, gets it back to McCain. Bounce pass. Maniscalco. Man, has he had a couple of big threes tonight.
He has, and you notice Creighton's obviously extended their pressure. Bradley takes a long three from Roberts. Not a great possession there by Bradley.
Yeah. I think Jim Les may have wanted to keep the ball a few seconds there. Dolzler kips it back. Now it comes back. Stinnett's going to try for 3. Off of Collins, but it comes back
And that's where Collins has just got to be a little stronger. That should be his ball. He's the biggest man on the floor. That should be his rebound.
Well, bumping and grinding going on between Collins and Walker. Now Carter trying to drive in toward the basket, and he's fouled by Bradley.
And Carter.
Foul is on Roberts.
Yeah, and Carter is a very physical player. He wants to get to the lane. He wants to bump you. He wants to be physical, create the contact. Does a nice job there. Roberts just needs to go straight up, force the difficult shot.
Justin Carter, 68% free throw shooter. 215 of 311 in free throws in 34 games. Missed that one. Yeah, put the jinx on him too.
Yeah.
Witter and Young's going to come in for Creighton.
That makes it even.
That's a tough.
Put the hex on us the
All right,
first
I'm
half.
done for the night now. I evened it up. Roberts
you
is
can continue to
gonna
put the hex on them if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
I will not hold that against you.
All right. People in Omaha might, but
I don't care about the people in Omaha.
Free throw is good.
I mean that in the nicest way possible, of course, but.
Here comes McCain. Leaves now for Dodie Dunson, who came back in for Bradley. McCain back to Wilson. Over to Dunson. Dunson's going to shoot a three. He doesn't get it. Walker comes down with the rebound. Dodie, 63% three-point shooter. Ball goes off the hands on the Creighton end of the floor off the Blue Jays. Bradley gets it back and went off Stinnett.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Stinnett there. I don't know if he got his feet tangled or if he hurt himself a little bit. He's asked him to come out of the game. Just went to the floor.
Harriman's going to come in. And now they're going to get Millard into the game as well for Stinnett. Carter also comes out.
Or maybe he just needed a quick blow.
I don't know.
It's a strange play.
Yeah.
And here's the pressure from Creighton. It's nothing that's going to be in your face pressure. It's just enough to be annoying, make you make a foolish turnover.
Collins back to McCain. Good shot from the free throw line doesn't go. Bradley trying for the rebound off Wilson. It's going to be Creighton's ball.
That's all right. A good aggressive play all around. McCain makes a nice penetration in the middle, stop and pop from 10 foot. Theron Wilson going to the basket, doing what he does best, crashing the boards. Just couldn't get the handle on that play.
Carver in for Harriman for Creighton.
And my advice to whoever's guarding it looks like Maniscalco right
Keep it
now.
close, yeah.
Don't get too far away.
No. Young will drive and makes the layup on the other end.
And again, that's where Collins needs to step up there, be the physical presence, send that shot into the stands.
Creighton up by 3. Maniscalco leads for McCain. Looking in toward the basket. Under the basket was Wilson. He opens up the lane for Dunson. He can't get the layup, can't finish it.
And
Here
there's
comes
Walker.
Creighton.
Walker obviously tipped on that shot a little bit.
Carver passed on the 3 try. Now passes outside to Millard, and it's knocked away by Maniscalco. Maniscalco almost had himself a breakaway going. We've got an official timeout here in the second half as Creighton has gone back to a 3-point advantage. You're watching the Bradley Braves against the Creighton Blue Jays from Carver Arena in Peoria. Only 2 for 6 in the second half, 0 for 2 from 3-point range. 1 for 2 from 3-point range for Creighton in the early going in the second half. That one by Carver. 2 for 4 from the floor in the second half.
Yeah, and Bradley, much like the first half, I don't want to say they're flat in the second half, but they just not come out with the intensity they had at the end of the first half and really need to pick it up. Do not want to let this Creighton team get on a roll. They are a team of runs, and they can put 10, 12 points in between you and them very quickly, especially with their 3-point shooting capability. And tonight they're shooting, like I said, at 50%. Has not been such an issue in the second half, but you don't want to give them confidence.
Mentioned Dana Altman playing a lot of players, and he usually does. 13-4, the Creighton bench outscoring the Bradley bench so far tonight.
And that's not surprising. Creighton plays 10 deep. They have a lot of guys that come in, and they're continually fresh, and they count on those guys. It's a little different than most teams that they are truly reserves. For Creighton, they're not. It's just a different rotation.
Young guarded by Theron Wilson. Cross-court pass goes over to Cavell Witter. Remember, Witter had 42 points against Bradley last March in that double overtime game. Long shot taken by Kenton Walker that doesn't go. I don't know if Dana Altman wanted him to take that shot or not.
Well, and that's, not necessarily, but Bradley did a nice job. You get a good defensive stop. Now you try and make something of it on the offensive end.
McCain leaves it back, driving to the basket. Dunson stops, and he's going to be fouled.
Nice job there by Dunson. Walker's late on the rotation. Takes a hard penetration dribble, a couple penetration dribbles to the basket, and gets fouled. Now we just need to hit the free throws. We struggled in the first half with free throws. Only shot, I believe, 43%. We need to start knocking those down.
3 on Walker, so that's going to get Kenny Lawson back into the game after the free throws. Dodie Dunson at the line. Makes the first one. Stinnett's going to come back in for Creighton as well, replacing Walker and Corver. Do they have another Corver waiting in the wings?
I don't know. How many Corvers can there be? Obviously you have Kyle Corver. You have Clayton Corver, I believe he played for Drake.
Yeah.
And now you have Caleb Corver.
I saw in the notes that Corver's mom scored 74 points in high school. Long shot, wow, banked it off the glass. On the three-pointer by Witter.
And Witter's not really played that well tonight. You don't want to give him confidence even on a shot like that.
Creighton's points this half, mainly on three-point baskets. There's Theron Wilson driving in a charge on Wilson as he ran into Chad Millard.
And he's slow to get up too. Hopefully he's all right.
That's his 3rd foul on Bradley's leading scorer, Theron Wilson.
See here if Millard got there in time. Obviously is close. Could have gone either way, I guess.
Yep.
Looked like he was moving forward, but I guess he got stopped just in time to make it look like a charge.
Taylor Brown's going to come in replacing Wilson. So let's see what Bradley can do here with their leading scorer on the bench with 3 fouls. Antoine Young tried to get it over to Stinnett, and it went off of him. Oh, nope, they say it went off of Bradley out of bounds.
That's okay. Good activity there by Dunson. Good, get something to get the crowd into the game.
Stinnett to Antoine Young. Young's father played at Georgia Southern. Stinnett back to Young again. He'll take the drive. Sam Singh almost with the block, but he got a foul instead.
He slapped down on that ball, and I don't know if he really needed to. He's the bigger player there. He has the advantage on Young. Young makes a nice penetration here. Stop him, put your hands up, jump straight up with him, make him make a difficult shot, because I don't think he's going to do that against a bigger player. He doesn't have a lot of experience. Don't give him the free throw opportunities. And obviously we know Creighton at 77% and 11th nationally, they're probably going to knock him down.
Young makes that one. He's 7 for 12 at the line coming in. Now 9 for 14.
Creighton's kind of gotten this into their type of game. They've kind of picked up the pressure full court. It's token pressure, but it's really changed the tempo over to Creighton's side.
McCain stops. Now back to Taylor Brown, back to McCain once again. He's got an open lane, stops. Now with the open shot, didn't get it. Got his own rebound. Instead of putting it up, he passes over to Dunson, and Dunson draws the foul.
Yeah, did a nice job of penetration, McCain did, but then he hesitated. You want to just go right up into that shot, and that's something you're going to get over time with confidence. And then he, on the rebound, gives it up to Dunson and goes right into Lawson. On a shot blocker, that's the best thing you can do is create the contact and force the foul.
Lawson got his first foul. That's the second team foul on Creighton this half. Dunson's free throw is good. Chris Roberts will come back in for Bradley. There you see him. He comes in replacing Adrian McCain.
Shot blockers like separation. If you can get into their body, a lot of times they'll either slap down or they will foul if you get rid of that separation in between you and the offensive player. So nice job there by Dunson, and then he finishes with the free throws.
Creighton still with an edge, 4 points here in the second half. Here comes Antoine Young, hooks it, but doesn't go in. Taylor Brown with the rebound. Here comes Bradley on a break with numbers. Dodie Dunson kicks it out. Brown had it knocked away, picked back up by Singh, who saves it from going out of bounds to Brown. Off one hand out of bounds. It's going to be Bradley's ball with 21 seconds left on their shot clock.
And really, Bradley's very fortunate there. We just need to regain our composure, settle down a little bit. We're just doing everything a little too fast, a little too much out of control. Settle down, make a nice set here. You got to look for Coach Les to force a set play here on the out of bounds. Just need to settle down and do your sets.
Josh Dotzler comes back in for Creighton for Antoine Young. Chris Roberts back to Maniscalco. Bradley hanging in against Creighton tonight. With it is Singh. Drives, kicks it back out. Taylor Brown back over to Roberts. Back to Brown, 4 on the shot clock. A 3 try doesn't go. Dotzler with the rebound. Was tied up a little bit by Roberts. Good play by Witter to get around Dunson. Now Stinnett over to Millard with a long shot. Doesn't go, and Roberts with a rebound.
Yeah, plays a little bit sloppy right now on both sides of the ball. And, you know, whoever settles down, and there it is, you know, a little out of control, slow down a little bit. Fortunate enough to get a foul there.
Got the foul on Dotzler. Dotzler's second, I believe they said. That's the 3rd team foul on Creighton. Carver comes back in, replacing Stinnett.
You know, as a team, you want to play with energy, but the key to that energy is controlling it. You know, on defense, it's controlled chaos. On offense, you want to slow things down and make everything kind of come to you.
You mentioned both teams have been playing a little out of control
both
the
are
last minute.
a little out of sorts right now. And I mean, right there is another kind of a forced shot, but very active on the boards are the Braves and go right back at it.
Two offensive rebounds for Chris Roberts, and then he finally drew the foul, and that one's going to be called on Millard. That's his second, and the 4th team foul on Creighton. And Roberts, a 78% free throw shooter, will be at the line.
You know, Maniscalco forced it a little bit, but it did create the rebound opportunity, which we've been very good on the offensive board at times this year. Roberts and Theron Wilson. Roberts does a nice job and gets fouled.
Roberts, the reigning newcomer of the week in the Missouri Valley Conference, missed that free throw. Had 20 the last 2 games for Bradley, had 22 against Missouri State, 12 in the game against Illinois State on Tuesday.
You got to take advantage of when you get fouled. These are free throws. They're called that for a reason. You got to make them.
Got that one in. Creighton leads by 3. Dana Altman shouting some instructions to his crew as they bring it across the line. Carver with another 3 try. That one's in and out. Singh missed the rebound, but then it was deflected away, but it comes back into the hands of Witter. Wow.
Fast pace.
I know. That would have been a big takeaway for Bradley right there.
It would have. Nice play, but then Creighton makes an equally big play.
Witter kicks outside. Here's Carver once again.
Bradley's done a better job the second half closing out on Carver.
14 on the shot clock. Witter stops. Now double teamed. Back over to Dotzler. Dotzler to Millard. Back to Dotzler. 4 on the shot clock. Stops. Underhand layup, no good, and tapped in on the board by Lawson. Wow. Lawson coming out of nowhere from the left wing to tap that offensive board in.
Well, and that just kills Bradley's momentum. I mean, they make a good defensive sequence there, and unfortunately just allow a rebound by Lawson. He makes a very athletic play, one-handed rebound, and gets a layup.
Roberts got away from Carver. Singh drives, stops, now puts it up too hard off the glass. Trying to come down with the rebound was Lawson, and a foul is going to be called on Bradley, and it's going to be on Sam Singh. That's his 3rd, and the 4th team foul on Bradley. We've got an official timeout in Peoria with Creighton leading by 5. You're watching the Bradley Braves and the Creighton Bluejays from Carver Arena in Peoria. You said that Bradley's got to improve on his shooting a little bit, Chad. 2 for 11 in the second half so far for Bradley.
2 for 11, and I don't think we've had a field goal since 1833. Wow. That's 7 minutes without a field goal. I know we're getting to the free throw line a little bit more, but
for all this helter-skelter play, each team's only had 2 turnovers in the second half.
Yeah, it's been ugly though.
Yeah. Bradley for the game, 11 for 33, 5 for 12 from 3-point range. Creighton shooting 14 for 34 from the game, 7 for 15 from 3. And Creighton still with the rebounding edge, 25-19. Creighton 8 assists to 11 turnovers. Bradley 8 and 8, 8 assists and 8 turnovers. Creighton back in possession of the ball with a 5-point lead. Josh Dotzler with it.
You got to think they're going to try and find Stinnett here in the half-court offense to kind of settle them down as well.
Lawson on the outside trying to find some help. Now Carter has it. He'll take a shot from about 17 and got it.
Wow. That's not his game, but that's a nice rhythm jump shot there by Carter. He more wants to get to the rim, and that's you know, hats off.
Largest lead for Creighton tonight was 10 points. They're almost there again. Approaching the halfway mark of the second half. Bradley had a run in him in the first half. They have another run in him left. Here comes Theron Wilson against Lawson. Nice power move.
And that's a big play. You know, Creighton's done a nice job the second half mixing up their defenses, causing Bradley problems. Obviously, had not had a field goal since 1833. That's a big one there by Theron Wilson.
Remember, Creighton's leading scorer, Booker Woodfox, out tonight with an ankle injury, not playing. With it, Carter rather. Corver's back in again. Now to Dotzler. Stinnett. Guarded by Roberts. Carter again from 17. Now a drive, and he is going to be a blocking foul called on Theron Wilson, and that's going to be the 14th team foul on Bradley's leading scorer and the 15th foul.
And that's huge. With 10 minutes to go, you know, obviously Carter knew that Wilson has 3 fouls, has taken the ball aggressively to the hole. Didn't look like a lot of contact. Everything there, it looked like it was being forced by Carter. It looked like good defense.
Looked like a pretty good defensive play. Stinnett now to Dotzler. Guarded by Roberts.
And really, Stinnett has not been a factor tonight. Has the ball now, but he's only scored 3 points.
Stinnett will
as soon
drive.
as I say that, though.
There he goes. Missed it, though. Bradley trying for the rebound, and Collins came down with it.
Under control.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just a little bit too helter-skelter. We just got to find a way to calm ourselves down and get into a flow.
Here's a way to do it. Roberts with a 3. It doesn't do it, though. Corver comes down with a long rebound.
It's not good when you're followed through at the end. You start leaning to one side.
Yeah. Dotzler to Carter. Here's Corver. Bounce pass to Lawson. Double team. Looks back for Carter again. Guarded by Taylor Brown, and Brown's going to be called on the foul.
See, and Taylor Brown's just got to realize who he's playing there. You know, Carter's not, I mean, he will shoot the 3, but it's not his game. Take a step off. Don't give up the penetration in that instance. But that's a freshman mistake. You know, he has no help to the baseline. Collins doesn't rotate over enough. You know, and he makes a foul. Force it to the middle, if anything, where you have help.
Carter shooting 2. And then after this, the league leading free throw shooter in the league at 77% will be in the 1 and bonus. That was the 6th team foul on Bradley. Lawson's going to sit out. Walker comes in. Witter and Young are going to come back in for Creighton. Taylor Brown sits out for the Braves. Bradley has Maniscalco, McCain, Dunson, Roberts, and Collins. Witter, Young, Carter at the line, along with Dotzler and Walker for Creighton. Carter's second free throw doesn't go, and Collins comes down with a rebound for Bradley. 6-point Creighton lead.
You know, we talked about Maniscalco and what a lift he was in the first half. He's really been quiet so far this second half. Creighton's done a nice job of taking him out of it, and someone else needs to step up and make a play, especially since Theron Wilson's out of the game right now. And, you know, McCain gets caught up in the air there, left his feet, makes a turnover.
Here come the Blue Jays again. Walker from left of the lane doesn't go.
Nice play by Collins. If he didn't block the shot, he definitely affected it.
Maniscalco driving against Dotzler, and Dotzler's going to commit the foul.
That's a good job. Creates the contact. That was much more under control than the last time he made the penetration to the lane. You'll see it here. Previous time he was out of control. This time he's under control. He forces the contact, and Dotzler gets the foul.
Dotzler's foul. I have that as his 3rd, 5th team foul on Creighton. So Bradley on the inbound. Maniscalco got a couple of big 3-point baskets tonight. He drives, though, gets it back outside to McCain. Back to Maniscalco, passes the 3 try, moves to the paint, doesn't score, and a blocking foul going to be called on Creighton as Maniscalco went up for the layup.
I think Bradley's a little fortunate there. It looked like Carter had pretty good position. You know, Maniscalco's floating a little bit on his drive. Good aggressive drive. He's under control. He floats a little bit. Bradley very fortunate, I think, in that instance. I think Carter was set.
Yeah. compared to some other fouls like
Yeah.
that we've seen tonight. Yeah. Maniscalco shoot 2.
We'll take it, though.
Yeah, well, free throw's good. Harriman's going to come back in. Maniscalco, 13 for 13. Well, now 14 for 14 in Bradley's conference games. I hope I didn't put the jinx on that one. Should have waited until he shot the second one.
Talk to you about this after the game.
Wait a minute, I may be off the hook. He may keep me off the hook. There you go.
You are a
All
lucky
right.
man.
4-point lead for Creighton.
I'll show you a new place for my size 15.
May even get Walker's size 18 to go with it, right? Witter's shot is good to answer back.
You know, and again, good defense there by Maniscalco. Witters just has a capability of creating his own offense and does it there.
So there's McCain over to Dodie Dunson. Dunson will drive, and now we've got a foul on Antoine Young. And Bradley's in the bonus now. That last foul was the 6th foul against Creighton. We've got an official timeout. Could be a battle of the free throws here for the last 7:49. Creighton leads by 6. You're watching the Bradley Braves and the Creighton Bluejays from Carver Arena in Peoria.
Support for Bradley basketball comes from Monge, Crouch, and Mahoney Insurance. Safe drivers 55 and over may qualify for discount.
Nice play by Witter here.
Yeah,
a little holding by Maniscalco.
A little holding got away with, but it didn't seem to affect Witter, you know. It's all going to start with stops for Bradley. You know, they're doing a good job of penetrating on the offensive end. They just need to get some stops on the defensive end. Right now, Creighton has controlled the tempo, controlled the flow of this game, and it's going to start at the defensive end for Bradley on their strength, which is their defense. And they just got to start stepping up. Someone's got to make a play and get a stop.
Bradley handed previously unbeaten Illinois State its first loss of the season on Tuesday night, and tonight Illinois State has lost to Indiana State 75-70 in overtime.
Must be something about losing in twos. Creighton's lost 2 in a row.
Yeah.
That'd be 2 in a row for Illinois State.
Dodie Dunson at the line. Yeah, he rolls that one in.
That's using every piece of the rim.
Took the scenic route into the net.
That's like balancing a tire up there.
That one's a little more like it. Creighton only a 4-point lead. Bradley's got a run left in him. Each team in the bonus right now. Creighton shoots 77% as a team from the line. Bradley at 70.
Well, and obviously Bradley fans understand that we need to stop too. And just right now, for whatever reason, Creighton is being equally aggressive in their penetrations. Maybe a cheek foul there. Not a lot of contact. I mean, we've seen a lot more contact in some other plays. But Creighton back to the line. You know, Witter makes a nice penetration. Drops it off to Walker.
Boy.
Collins did have his hands forward a little bit.
Free throw is good for Walker.
For any of you young players out there, if you're a big man and you have size inside and you're not going to leave your feet, always remember to put your hands behind your head. People say put your hands up. You actually want to tell yourself to put your hands behind your head, because your natural tendency is to have your hands forward when you're on defense. You want to tell yourself, put your hands behind your head and touch your ears.
Because if you lean out forward, you're probably going to get the foul.
Probably get the foul.
Walker got the defensive board there for Creighton. Creighton's opened up to 6. And a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Creighton here, away from the play. That one's on Harriman. That's his second.
That's that moving screen again.
Yeah.
They're calling that pretty tight.
We didn't see that for a while. We saw it early, and then now they're starting to call it again.
And hopefully the refs won't change the way they've officiated this game. It's been a good game so far. You know, the refs have done a nice job. Hopefully they won't change how they've change it in the last 7 minutes.
Creighton's keeping Bradley in the card game. Now the Braves have to take advantage here.
And right now, Bradley's just buying time so we can get Theron Wilson back on the floor.
Walker's going to get his 4th foul as McCain drew that. That is the 9th team foul on Creighton. and 4 on Kenton Walker.
And probably kind of a ticky, cheap foul. Walker just needs to move his feet, either flatten out or just stop him completely. Instead, he gets caught in between and just gets the foul.
That doesn't help either, as McCain missed the free throw.
No, and he'd been so hot from the free throw line anyway. He'd been 20 of his last 23, and tonight he struggled.
Witter stops. Ooh, he'll take a 3. Look out, no good. Rebound for Bradley. Here's McCain. Bradley trying to stretch it out a little. Here's Maniscalco, and a block by Kenton Walker on the other end with his 4 fouls and blocked Maniscalco's layup.
Yeah, there's that separation we talk about on a shot blocker. He's not on the ball, but he's kind of laying off in the wings, just waiting to swat that into the stands.
Stinnett and Carver will come in, replacing Corver and Harriman.
But you do have to like the aggressiveness of Maniscalco going to the basket.
Dana Altman leaving Walker in there with his 4 fouls. Instead of coming to Lawson yet, he wants fresh legs when Lawson probably in the last 5 minutes. There's a pass that's deflected out by Stinnett. I think he wants to get about another minute and a half out of Walker before he brings Lawson back in.
Yeah, I think so. Get him a last blow, and he's probably going to finish up the game. Keep him on the bench as long as you can. Keep him fresh.
Dunson driving against Walker, and Walker got the block, and it goes out of bounds. Bradley's ball, 17 on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's just what I was talking about. Walker did a nice job keeping his hands straight up, touching the ears.
McCain inbounds to Maniscalco. Maniscalco
Someone's
stops.
got to be open. He's got 2. There it is.
There's Dunson for a 3, and he got it.
Wide open. Maniscalco with the penetration had 2 defenders on him. Found the open guy, and Dodie Dunson on the rotation.
He drew everybody over to him over in that right side, and that kept Dunson open. Here's Walker with a block for the foul on McCain. McCain's going to be called on the foul. That's his first, the 8th team foul on Bradley.
You know what? I don't care. I hope we have a replay, and we do. Look how high McCain elevates on this. He's going up against Walker, who's probably about giving up 6 or 7 inches, and his head's at the backboard.
He's right at the top of the, when he released the ball. There's the play by Dunson with the 3-pointer at the other end.
Yeah, Maniscalco had drawn him on the rotation, did a nice job finding Dunson.
Free throw by Walker is good. He's a 78% free throw shooter coming in. What play by Walker here with 4 fouls too in the last 30 seconds
He's
or so.
done a nice job on defense and offense, not drawing that 5th foul, and also offensively being aggressive.
Walker's second free throw coming up. Creighton with a 4-point lead. Now it's 5. Chris Roberts on the inbound to McCain. A little bit of pressure put on by Creighton on the inbound, but now they'll back into the man again. Here comes McCain driving the other end, and he rattled it in.
And McCain's kind of decided he's going to do some things here. No one's been able to really kind of get that lift. He's made a nice, he got the foul on the other end with the block, but you know what? It was a good, strong, aggressive play, and then he takes it on the other end, goes right by Stinnett, has the screen, goes the opposite way, and just a nice finish.
Could have been a foul on Witter there.
Could have very well been.
Here to the under angle at it. Watch Witter on the play here. Looked like might have got the top of his head, but still will get the basket.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Bradley called a 30-second timeout. Quick timeout by Jim Les to set up the last 5 minutes or so here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, kind of what we expected. It's going to come down to free throws. It's going to come down to whoever makes a play. 3 points. Who's going to win the last 5-minute segment? It always. You talk about the first 5 minutes of the second half. You get to this position. Bradley has not played particularly well the second half, but they've kept it manageable. So now they've put themselves in a position to get a home win on a night that they're struggling. Darren Wilson has not been that much of a factor. He's had foul trouble. Other people have stepped up.
Walker still out there after the timeout for Creighton. He has 4 fouls, 5:36 left.
And you got to figure there's Stinnett or Witter's going to make a play.
And it goes to Walker, blocked by Collins, but they got the offensive board.
Wow, that should have been a jump ball. He came down after the block. That was sure looked like a held ball.
Alternating possession is pointing to Creighton, or the possession arrow rather. And ball knocked away. A little bit out of control for Bradley again, and Creighton gets it back.
Yeah. Roberts just a little out of control, just needs to slow down, take a deep breath.
Theron Wilson's going to check back in for Bradley. He's got 4 fouls. Here's Stinnett. Well, we mentioned it was going to be him or Witter.
They're going to be the two they're going to go to. With Lawson on the bench, they're their most proficient scorers on the floor. Stinnett has not had a good night, but that was a big shot there to extend it to 7.
Bradley wants a full timeout now with 4:49 to go. We'll leave it right here. Again, we mentioned Bradley's next game will be at Indiana State on Tuesday. That'll be the start of a 3-game road trip that'll also take them to Southern and Northern Iowa. Creighton's next game will be at home at the Quest Center against Southern Illinois on Wednesday. Then they'll go on the road to Wichita and Evansville. As we mentioned already tonight, Illinois State has lost to Indiana State 75-70 in overtime in Valley play.
And with that loss, either way, Bradley stays on top of the standings, but that's just not good enough. Bradley needs to suck it up this last 5 minutes, protect your home floor, and finish this game strong, because Creighton's not going to give it to them easy.
Now, and you got the guys with, as you said, Witter and Stinnett. We're probably going to see Kenny Lawson here probably in a few seconds, if not in another minute or so.
Yeah, Bradley's done a real nice job of pulling down Stinnett tonight. He's their playmaker, but Bradley's done a nice job defending, but makes the big shot when they need it right there on the last possession. And Witter has done what Witter's done against Bradley a couple times in the last few years. He just creates havoc. We just haven't had an answer for him. Creating, not so much with the scoring tonight, but he's just been creating so much for others.
Bradley will have Singh, Maniscalco, McCain. Theron Wilson comes back in, along with Dunson. Still with 4 fouls. Kenton Walker, the sophomore out of San Diego, stays in the game for Creighton. And see the score and the time in front of you.
Theron Wilson obviously back in the game. Last 5 minutes, 4 fouls. He's just going to have to find a way to play without fouling.
McCain tried to kick it back outside, and it's stolen away. Here comes Antoine Young. 3-on-2. Over to Stinnett. He's fouled as he got it up.
Well, and that's been McCain's weak suit so far this year. He's done a real nice job settling into the point guard position, but he leaves his feet on the pass, and obviously Creighton takes advantage on the fast breaks. Stinnett, strong finish. Maniscalco's either got to let him go or foul him hard. The in-between is just not a good alternative.
Maniscalco picked up the foul, his first. Each team now with 9 team fouls. Stinnett trying for the old-fashioned 3-point play, and he got it. He scored the last, 5 points, 6 points?
And we talked about Creighton, and they're a team of runs. It was just 3 points, and now it's up to 10.
And Creighton matches its largest lead of the night of 10 points.
And this is, Bradley's running out of time.
Maniscalco tries to answer with a 3, but can't get it. Carter comes down with a rebound. It goes out of bounds. Off of Carter, it'll be Bradley's ball.
Good hustle there by both teams. McCain just doing what he does. He's not afraid to mix it up. He'll go in after the offensive board. He'll try and get the other team to turn it over. Did a good job there.
McCain on the inbounds play. McCain was, nope, they're going to have to call a timeout here. Couldn't find the open man, and Bradley calls a timeout. Bradley's only going to have 1 timeout left. Nope, that's their last timeout. So Bradley has called its last timeout with 4:15 to play in the game.
Yeah, Bradley's just kind of out of sorts on the offensive end. They've just really never gotten a rhythm in the second half, and that some of that's Creighton, and some of that we've we've tried to do too much with the ball. We've tried to do things a little too fast. I'm sure Coach Les is talking to him and saying, we need a score here. We need to settle down. We need to get in our composure.
Creighton sending out Young, Carter, Walker, Witter, and Stinnett. Bradley with Maniscalco, Wilson, Dodie Dunson, Singh, and McCain.
And usually Lawson's out there in this time frame, but Walker's done a nice job in what time he's been in there. So Altman's elected to keep him in.
Good play to Singh, and he drew the 5th foul.
But thankfully, I
on
jinxed
Walker.
him.
There you go.
I jinxed him and got him out of the game.
So Walker fouls out with 4:13 to go in the second half. And that'll bring Kenny Lawson Jr. off the bench. He only has 1 foul. Dana Altman reminding Lawson that the team has 4 timeouts left. Creighton has 4 timeouts left. Bradley has none. And Sam Singh will shoot 2. Both teams will be shooting 2 from here on out.
Well, it's a little surprising. You know, we talked about it earlier. Bradley and Creighton. Creighton has 12 turnovers. Bradley has 11. It's really been kind of a sloppy second half, but there really have not been a lot of turnovers.
The throw is good. Next one for Sam, drops in.
And those are big.
Yep, Bradley pulls
points with
within
the clock not moving are very important. Now, Bradley needs to knuckle down on defense, get a stop.
Carter, guarded by Theron Wilson as he drives toward the basket, now stops and makes the basket. Wilson couldn't defend it any better.
Well, and Wilson's, he's gonna give ground there. He's got the 4 fouls. He's not gonna get himself out of the game.
Dodie Dunson, and the foul is gonna be on Stinnett. That's his 3rd. And we have an official timeout with 3:50 to go. Creighton leading by 10, matching their largest lead of the night. You're watching the Bradley Braves and the Creighton Bluejays from Carver Arena in Peoria.
PBS presents 100 years of comedy in 20 seconds.
Chaplin, Costello, Lucy, Jerry,
Lady,
Gleason, Woody, Brian, Rivers.
Can we talk?
Rodney,
No respect.
Murphy, Drescher, Homer, Seinfeld, Colbert.
Why settle for imitations? Meet the real comedians behind 100 years of humor on Make 'em Laugh.
Next time.
If either of you know any impediment why ye may not be lawfully joined in matrimony,
I have a confession.
You allowed yourself to be seduced.
No!
You were one person, now you're another.
I am Tess!
Whatever she's done, she doesn't deserve this.
I've changed, Tess.
Come to me at once before something terrible happens.
If you are any man's wife, you are mine.
Tess of the D'Urbervilles on Masterpiece Classic.
If you're installing a new digital television or a converter box, it's a good time to check out the condition of your antenna. If your indoor or outdoor antenna is old, or you're not getting a good digital TV signal,
or you just want to find out what antenna is right for you, you can log on to www.antennaweb.org. You can also call your local antenna installer, and they can check your system or tell you what you need.
Nice crowd here on hand in Peoria. 10,767 on hand to watch this Valley game. And most of them, of course, trying to root the Bradley Braves onto a 5-0 start in the Missouri Valley Conference, but they're going to have to come from behind to do it with Creighton leading by 10.
Yeah, and kind of the percentages tell a story. Creighton right now shooting 48%. Bradley shooting 26% in the second half. You know, Creighton's done a nice job on defense, but I don't think it's all Creighton. I think it's more of we've just kind of not been patient in our shot selection.
Bradley has followed a 5 for 9 3-point mark in the first half to 1 for 6 here in the second half. Free throw for Dodie Dunson is good. Boy, 10,000 can get quiet in a hurry, can't
They sure can. And Creighton's done that. I mean, they've made the plays when they needed to. Now, hopefully Bradley can step up in the last 350 here and make some plays of their own.
Free throw is good. Cuts Creighton's lead down to 8 once again. Maniscalco has not hit a 3-point basket here in the second half. He's only made 1 try at it.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned earlier that they've done a nice job of shutting him down and not allowed him to get off like he did in the first half.
Stinnett with a pass.
And there's the play we're talking
away.
about. Wilson makes a nice play on the back screen, anticipates it, knocks it away, and gets it to Maniscalco.
Maniscalco to Edrin McCain. Still a lot of time on the shot clock, 25. McCain back to Maniscalco. Singh to Dunson. Inside to Singh, who drives in and can't get it. Gets the rebound out to Maniscalco, though. Here comes Dunson at the other end, blocked. This time by Lawson. He's got another block on the night.
Well, that's just it. Lawson does what he does so well, and there's just gets a little bit of separation, just knocks that away.
Second block is the league leader, 29 blocks on the year now. Under 3 minutes left.
And you got to figure Creighton's going to take a little time off the clock, and
they're going to time out to set some plays up here.
Altman's just clarifying that in his timeout.
He is. And he's got enough of them to do it too. He's still got 3 timeouts left. 2:50 to go here as you see Coach Jim Less and his crew.
Yeah, right now not a lot of things that favor Bradley so far the second half. We have no timeouts left. Possession arrow favors Creighton. We've not shot the ball well. Got to find something here to finish strong.
Dana Altman talking to his Blue Jays. 3 timeouts left for Creighton, as we mentioned, none for Bradley. They called their last timeout with a little more than 4 minutes left. How about these officials tonight? When you see these officials, they don't get a chance to have anybody spell them for about 4 or 5 minutes, and one with an Achilles problem tonight.
Yeah, but they've done a nice job. It's been a pretty well officiated game, been pretty much the same for both sides.
Here comes Stinnett with the hop step, but he lost the
play
ball.
By Maniscalco on a slap away.
And it could be in reach in there. Here comes Bradley Theron. Wilson at the other end score.
And a good finish by Wilson.
Bradley down by 6 again.
And don't even think that this game's over. I mean, there's just too much time on the clock.
Antoine Young
making a play. Nice double team up there. Creates the Creighton's forced to take a timeout. Bradley does a nice job on both ends. Makes the steal on one end, finishes on the other, and then turns around and forces a timeout.
Sam Singh tied up Stinnett just a bit. If he got one more hand on the ball, it might have been the possession try, but the arrow is pointing toward Creighton. Possession arrow to Creighton.
Here's the nice, after the turnover by Creighton, nice play by McCain. Get it there, and Wilson, your finisher, makes a nice finish off balance and gets Bradley within 6.
Well, as we mentioned, Kenton Walker had some quality minutes when he had 4 fouls. Theron Wilson now with 4 fouls. Here comes the other play at the other end.
Just another view of the same play. Just a nice finish. Trying to create contact, get the 3-point play, but nobody bites on it.
Two timeouts left now for Creighton with 2:23 left. 25 seconds left on their shot clock. Right in front of us, Witter gets the ball over to Dotzler. Josh Dotzler, hook pass over to Lawson. Back to Carter. Didn't want to take the 3, but now he takes it and cans it.
I'll tell you what, he's made some big shots in the second half to kill momentum from.
With it now is McCain.
He is not a 3-point shooter, but that is a big shot.
Maniscalco will drive. It was too far under the basket. Wilson with the rebound, got away from his man Carter and put the ball in. 1:50 left. Bradley down by 7. Here's Dotzler. Looking to his right, wants to get it to Stinnett. He does. Stinnett will set things up. Guarded by Maniscalco. Creighton taking his time, taking time off the clock to a 19 off the shot on the shot clock.
Well, down by 7. Clock favors Creighton right now.
Witter, he'll drive, scores it in.
And that's, take time off the clock and score on top of it. That's just a killer.
That's one way to put a dagger in, isn't it? With it now is McCain, Wilson, and a foul is called. This one's going to be on Carter.
Yeah, that's not a good foul there by Carter. He's out on the floor, stops the clock, gives Bradley an opportunity to get 2 points here without any time going off the clock.
Bradley, 3 of the 5 on the floor in double figures. Wilson with 14. Dunson with 14, Maniscalco with 13. Theron Wilson at the free throw line. Didn't make that one. 72% free throw shooter coming in. Chris Roberts is going to check in for Bradley. Free throw is good, so Roberts comes back in. He'll replace Theron Wilson.
Yeah, make an offense and defense switch. You don't want to have Theron Wilson pick up his 5th foul on defense. So it's going to be offense to defense for Theron Wilson the rest of the game.
8-point lead for Creighton. Creighton with the ball and a foul by Dunson.
Yeah, and Coach Les is now going to try and extend the game, force Creighton to win the game at the free throw line. And as we said, this is a tough road because Creighton's 11th nationally on free throw percentage, shooting at 77% as a team. Dotzler shoots 70%. He's one of their weaker free throw shooters.
Dana Altman has to figure he's got Bradley right where he wants him at this point with 1:09 to go.
Yeah, both teams with 10 fouls, so both in the double bonus.
Dotzler's free throw goes in and out this time, and a rebound will go out of bounds. Bradley's ball. Millard comes back in the game, replacing Lawson. Another offensive defensive switch here too. Creighton still with 2 timeouts left. Here comes McCain, drives end to end, and he's fouled. Wow.
Another bad foul.
That one's going to be on Dotzler. That's his 4th.
No, you don't want to stop the clock here. McCain beats him. You don't want to get beat. You want to force him to shoot it. McCain does a nice job of penetration. No helps from Creighton, and then just a bad foul.
But you can't hit the free throw at the other
end. We're not hitting the free throws.
Witter comes back in for Antoine Young.
1 for 2 right now. This is not going to cut it for Bradley.
Norris comes back in for Bradley, replacing Wilson. Another 8-point lead for Creighton.
Bradley's gone small here, obviously trying to get the fastest lineup they can in.
And a foul on Dunson.
Almost had a 5 count until McCain fell. Now you got Witter at the line, shoots 86%.
On a team that shoots 77.
Yeah.
Free throw is good.
Probably the 2 you want to try and foul right now are Carter and Dotzler. Probably the 2 worst free throw shooting there at 68 and 70. I mean, it's not great, but
free throw is good. Young comes back in. Here comes Maniscalco. He'll drive, shoot the layup, and score. Creighton will let him shoot the layup with 53 seconds.
Did a good job of taking what Creighton gave him. Now we just need to turn it out, and there it is.
And we get the foul by Dunson. Young will be at the line. Young shoots 58% coming in.
This is going to be a long 51 seconds.
51 seconds.
You can only hope that Creighton has a similar meltdown like they did the other night, where they were outscored 7-2 the final minute, but right now that's not even enough.
Nope. Creighton with 67 points now. Free throw would make it 68. Oh, missed it. 9-point lead for Creighton, 48 seconds left. McCain, layup, tried to get the block on from behind was Millard, but McCain got the layup in. 7-point game. And another foul, this one on Norris. They're going to make Creighton work at it here with 37 seconds left.
They are.
Young, or rather Stinnett's going to be at the free throw line.
And Bradley hasn't quit, I will give them that. Just have not shot well in the second half. They have bumped it up. They were at 25%. Now they bumped it up to 37 for the game.
Free throw is good.
But they were shooting 43 in the first half, so obviously still not shooting well second half.
Creighton 8 for 17 3-point range. Bradley 6 for 15. Free throw is good. 69-60. Dunson over to McCain. Nice move by McCain to get the layup. Another 7-point game, 31 seconds left. Creighton still with 2 timeouts left. Inbounds play. Dana Altman wants a timeout. He saw it was going to take a while for Justin Carter to get the ball in. 31 seconds to go.
Let's see what Coach Les can draw up here. We need something inspiring.
Need to get some plays in. It's for the Bradley Braves here. 37 seconds. Creighton trying to get the inbounds play in. So it'll be a nice defensive stop and defensive take for Bradley if they can get this inbounds play.
And it's got to happen quickly. You know, everything's got to happen quick now for Bradley. You know, with 30 seconds left, down 7, it's at least a 3-possession game. You know, you got to figure Creighton's probably going to hit some more free throws, so you're running out of possessions.
There's Stinnett.
And Creighton does a nice job of playing keep away.
Yep.
Runs 5 seconds off the clock before Bradley can foul him.
So Roberts called on the foul for Bradley. That sends Antoine Young back to the free throw line. Free throw is good. Boy, they don't miss.
No, they don't.
70-62. Bradley had not allowed more than 63 points in its last 5 games, but Creighton comes in and puts a 71 spot on him here so far. Long shot for Chris Roberts goes in and out. Rebound on the offensive boards for Dodie Dunson goes in. Long play at the other end, and Stinnett's going to finish off on the other side with 14 seconds left. That could be the exclamation point on the game.
That was pretty much it, I think.
Dunson tried to answer with a 3. Ball tapped out of bounds. Bradley's ball, 6 seconds left.
You just don't have the time to make up the point spread.
Dunson, no good. Back at the buzzer, one last shot, doesn't go, and the Creighton Bluejays are able to snap a 2-game losing streak and hand the Bradley Braves their first Missouri Valley Conference loss of the season as Bradley drops to 4-1 in the conference, 10-6 on the season, while the Creighton Bluejays go above 500 in the league at 3-2, and they go to 13-4 on the year. I think, Chad?
No, you know, we talked about this being a mental toughness game, and you know, Creighton really imposed their will on Bradley the second half. They took the crowd out of the game. Bradley played the tempo of Creighton Bluejays, and you know, obviously had the win.
I didn't hear it. What's he want to do? I didn't hear it. Okay, the Bradley Braves lose it tonight to the Creighton Bluejays, 73-64. You're watching the Bradley Braves against Creighton from Carver Arena in Peoria.
PBS presents 100 years of comedy in 20 seconds.
Chaplin, Costello, Lucy, Jerry,
Lady,
Gleason, Woody, Pryor, Rivers.
Can we talk?
Rodney,
No respect.
Murphy, Drescher, Homer, Seinfeld, Colbert.
Why settle for imitations? Meet the real comedians behind 100 years of humor on Make 'em Laugh.
Next time.
If either of you know any impediment why ye may not be lawfully joined in matrimony,
I have a confession.
You allowed yourself to be seduced.
No!
You were one person, now you're another.
I am Tess!
Whatever she's done, she doesn't deserve this.
I have changed, Tess.
Come to me at once before something terrible happens.
If you are any man's wife, you are mine.
Tess of the D'Urbervilles on Masterpiece Classic.
If you're installing a new digital television or a converter box, it's a good time to check out the condition of your antenna. If your indoor or outdoor antenna is old or you're not getting a good digital TV signal,
or you just want to find out what antenna is right for you, you can log on to www.antennaweb.org. You can also call your local antenna installer and they can check your system or tell you what you need.
(73-64). You see the final there. The Creighton Bluejays snapping or getting back in the win column, snapping a 2-game losing streak, handing the Bradley Braves their first conference loss of the year. There's a lot of Creighton Bluejays in the second half of that game, Chad.
There sure was. You know, Stinnett really wasn't a factor up until maybe the last 10 minutes of the game, and really came out and finished strong. Witter, as usual, you know, we just haven't had a good answer for him in the last couple of years. But, you know, Creighton just came in here and did what they needed to do. They were tough-minded. They played a gutsy game. You know, their record when they score over 70 points is now 11-0. When Bradley allows a team to score 70 points, they're 2-5. So, you know, Creighton ends up with 73. We said it could come down to free throws. Creighton obviously ices it the last minute of the game by hitting their free throws, and they come out with a big win.
The Creighton without its leading scorer in Booker Woodfox tonight too. So you know Dana Altman's got to be happy with the balanced performance that he had here tonight, as we said they probably would have, but also with their leading scorer out tonight.
Well, and the thing with that is we talk about how deep that Creighton is, and they have players that step up. You know, they play 10 players, and it's not just a few minutes. They play significant minutes. So you lose a player. Obviously, Woodfox is a huge loss, but the other Creighton Bluejays stepped up and had good performances.
4 players in double figures for each team tonight. Creighton led by Cavell Witter with 14 points. Antoine Young had 13. P. Allen Stinnett had 12. And Kenny Lawson had 10. For the Bradley Braves, they're led by Dodie Dunson off the bench with 16 points. Theron Wilson and Sam Maniscalco with 15. And Edrin McCain with 12. The final score tonight, 73-64. Creighton Bluejays over the Bradley Braves. For Chad Klein, for our producer-director Todd Pilon, and our great crew from WTVP in Peoria, I'm Ed Hammond. So long from Carver Arena in Peoria.